And I'd like to welcome everybody to OSBA playoff semifinal action here in the beautiful Brantford, Ontario. We are here at TRC Academy as we have the number 2 and number 3 seeds going at it in this semifinal game to find out who is going to get a chance to play for the OSBA finals. My name is Ryan Greco, and I'm flying solo in this broadcast and the webcast as we just get started right away here between TRC Academy and AI Prep. And there's no finish there by TRC Academy. O'Shea Brissett is going to be the one bringing it down for AI Prep over to Howard Washington. And the newest Syracuse commit knocks down the first shot of the game at the top of the key. Bringing it up now is the one and only Antoine Vernon for TRC Academy. And he's got the ball right now at this time. Shot goes up. No good. Missed there. Here's a find. Howard Washington now bringing the ball, running the point once more for AI Prep. O'Shea Brissett now gets it over. Javon Blair, shot goes up, knocks it down. 2 consecutive three-pointers for AI Prep. And this is one of the things that we wondered about if you've been watching and following the OSBAs, is that AI Prep, a notoriously slow starting team. But this time, no bones about it. They're here for business on the road, and they've taken a 6-0 lead with 8:55 to go here in the first. Shot goes up. No good. Rebound, though. Dion Edgem trying to get his first bucket for TRC. No good. Howard Washington bringing down the rebound over to O'Shea Brissett, but he loses it on his fingertips, trying to catch it with one hand. Washington kind of signaling to himself there, saying that that was his bad on that one. It's going to be TRC ball now. Brandon John inbounding it over to Anton Vernon. Vernon now bringing it up. He's guarded by Washington, looking for an option. Works off the screen. Shot over to Edgem. Edgem back to Vernon. The corner up and no good. Rebound though. There's McCoy tries to. Lil Nasemi tried to bring it up, and that is no good on that one. But he is going to go to the line for 2. This is Lil Nasemi, the Cincinnati Bearcats commit. He was the Pinky Lewis MVP in this season, 2016. Second shot. No good. A little too strong, and down comes the rebound. Number 13, Ben Hendricks out of Mississauga, Ontario. That's going to go out of bounds. Ball knocked loose. AI Prep, though, still holding on to the lead here, 6-0. 8:18 to go here in the first quarter. And that's Juggy Blair inbounding it over to Howard Washington Jr. Ball gets over to Jordan Lyons, who gets it over to Blair. Blair guarded by Levniak. Here's Brissett. Gets it over to Washington. Almost loses it, though. But AI Prep able to recover. Here's Blair. The shot clock, though, does expire, and it is going to be TRC Academy ball. A good defensive set there for a team that definitely needed one, who still is yet to score a basket in the first 2 minutes of this game. Inbound, Vernon. Full court presses on. Quickly broken. Dion Edgem now. Double teamed. Kick ball off of Howard Washington. It's going to be TRC ball on the sidelines. Steve Levniak is going to be the one that's going to be inbounding. Levniak really coming into his own in this second half of this season. They're going to be expecting big things out of him, especially behind the three-point line against such a talented team in AI Prep, who has been known to kill teams from the three-point line. First shot is good. That is number 7, Brandon John. One of the most highly recruited players out of Ontario right now. AI Prep, can they respond? Here's Blair. Nice shift of the defender. Shot goes up. No good, though. Not a lot of confidence in that shot, though. Kind of seemed like, oh, I'm open enough. I might as well take it. Edgem now on the other end. Nice finish off the glass. And Dion Edgem doing what he does best. He gets physical, attacks the rim, using that wide frame of his to get inside. Here's Blair out of bounds. And once again, another questionable pass by Howard Washington. Although, to be honest, could have happened to the best of us in such a high-intensity game with the offense willing to intercept any passing lane that's in front of them. Vernon now bringing up the ball. Vernon looking around. Gets it over Levniak. He's going to let it fly. No good. Brandon John trying to get the rebound. Not there in time. Goes out of bounds, and it's going to be AI Prep ball once more. And TRC Academy, a team that is, they've chosen with this starting lineup that they're going to be physical. They're going to do whatever they can to make sure that they can slow the inside presence of AI Prep, who is arguably the most athletic team in the OSBA. TRC Academy, they got something to say about that right now. So let's find out. Elil Nosemi guarding O'Shea Brissett. Here is the big matchup of the game right there. Karnik up. Interesting shot, no good. Gets it out to Vernon. That is the rebound by Levniak. Here comes Vernon now, looking for an option. Guarded by Washington. Levniak thinks about it. Gets it over to Edgem for three. Puts it up. No good, just rims out. Rebound, Jordan Lyons. Here comes Howard Washington. Bounce pass over to Javon Blair. Washington now. Back out. Blair thinking about it. Looking around. Rejects the screen. Goes in himself, gets a foul, and it's going to be on the ground. The referee making the call saying it's on the ground. Inbound here for AI Prep. 6-4 with 5:56 to go here in the first. Out to Brissett. Back over to Washington. Thinks about the three. Gets it over to Karnik. Ben Hendricks. Dion Edgem gets the rebound. Sorry, everybody listening at home, you're going to have to forgive me. That was Ben Hendricks, number 13. That is playing for AI Prep. James Karnik is, of course, the power forward for Orangeville Prep, so that was my bad on that one. And speaking of which, Hendricks coming out of the game now, and in comes Addison Patterson, so it looks like AI Prep is looking to go just a little bit smaller in their lineup, a little bit more guard-centric. O'Shea Brissett now moves down to the post, who's guarded by Elil Nosemi. Gets the ball up top, though, and there's going to be an off-ball foul on Howard Washington. Anton Vernon, Washington thinks he didn't touch him. Vernon, one way or another, give him credit. Once he saw the physicality, falls down. Here comes Vernon. Over to John. And here's Edgem. Up and in. Edgem. And Edgem works his way on the 2020 class graduate, Addison Patterson. Dion Edgem showing that physicality. If TRC's smart, they'll find that matchup one more time. Here's Juggy Blair. Gets into the double team. Gets it out, though, to Lyons. Nice find on the inside there. That was Jordan Lyons with a nice finish there. One of the unsung heroes of this AI Prep roster, one of the more athletic guys you'll find on the team. You can always count on him on a tough drive to the basket. Here's Steve Levniak now. Is he going to work off the screen? Yes, he is. Going to attack the basket, up and runner. Gets blocked, though. And once again, who is it? Guess who? Jordan Lyons creates that physical presence, knocks the ball out of bounds, and with 4:32 remaining, it's going to be AI Prep ball on the baseline. Washington bringing it up. He's guarded by Vernon. Over to Patterson now, guarded by Nosemi. Now guarded by Edgem. Switch over to Brissett. Brissett tries to kiss it off the glass. Lyons tried to get it off the rebound, but Levniak now on the fast break. Nice find on the pass on the inside. It gets back up. Brandon John able to be there. Vernon resets the shot. Here it is. Knocks it down, Anton Vernon. And that is the definition of making something out of nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Javon Blair now running point for AI Prep. Over to Brissett. Brissett attacks the basket. Up. Not in, but he will get the foul. Going to the line for two, O'Shea Brissett. One of the earlier commits in this regular season, committing to the University of Syracuse. Much fanfare made about that. The idea, you know, Syracuse and Canadian basketball have a long-standing history with both the Routens family and a few other notable players coming out of Canada that have committed to Syracuse when they've reached that level. O'Shea Brissett and Howard Washington on AI Prep have continued to, just continued that legacy more than anything. And it's going to be very interesting to see how those two are going to be able to mesh with that team in the NCAA as they're going to make their push for the tournament next year after such a disappointing season this year. Perfect time for both of those guys to show up. Here's getting back to this game, though. Steve Levniak. Over. Shot goes up. Knocks down number 22, MJ Forbes, the 2018 guard. Excuse me, Dakota Lewis. Dakota Lewis bringing the ball up now. And that's going to get knocked out of bounds. And there's just a note to everybody listening out there. The apologies are on me. That is Dakota Lewis, of course, that knocked down that huge three for TRC Academy that has got them ahead now by 1, taking actually their first lead of the game at this point. Inbound now. Also in the game is Yvonne Nava, number 11, and number 4, Matt Grace for TRC Academy. And of course, number 13, Adong McCoy. Here's Matt Grace now working in the post with O'Shea Brissett. Shot a little strong there, though. The fight, O'Shea Brissett coming down with the rebound, and he's going to bring the ball up. Gets it over into the corner. Here's Brissett now, creates a separation, mid-range jumper, and it's good. And Brissett giving himself a little Tiger Woods fist pump. He knows he needed that one, so here we go. Nava bringing up the ball now for TRC Academy. Works off the screen. Matt Grace for 3. No good. There's going to be a foul on the ground. And it's going to be against Patterson, it seems, for an off-ball foul there. 2:16 to go here in this first quarter. 12-11 for the visiting AI Prep over TRC Academy. Semifinals of the OSBAs. Here, of course, on OSBA TV, on YouTube. Here's Steve Levniak. Works inside to McCoy. Back out to Levniak. Attacks the basket. Gets the foul, and he's going to go to the line for 2. And Steve Levniak, we talked about a little bit earlier in the season, a guy who was not necessarily considered a non-factor, but the second half of this season, he's really came into his own as a scoring threat and as a passing threat. This is a guy who's not afraid to attack the basket whenever he needs to. And you can just see how he's learning. When he started out at the beginning of this season, he was a dead-eye shooter. And that was his trademark. But as the season has progressed, he's shown his ability to not only reach the rim, but consistently finish at the rim, and it's made him so much more of an offensive threat. Defensively, still a bit of a way to go, but when you look at his communication, you look at the abilities that he's shown athletically up until this point in this season, there's only good things that can happen from this 2018 product that's going to be graduating next year. It seems like there's some confusion here. AI Prep is using this as a quick opportunity to congregate, if you will, figure out what the next game plan is. Here with the game tied at 12. It's been a very defensively minded game, no doubt, but this is the sort of thing that we were expecting from this game when you have two teams that match up so evenly when it comes to their physicality, when it comes to their scoring prowess. And defense will definitely rule the day when both teams are full of stamina. They've still got their legs underneath them. It's really, in that second half, what it's really going to mean when it comes defense-wise, when you start seeing these legs kind of give out a little bit on even some of the most elite of players, with the energy level so high, with it being the OSBA playoffs. This is an intense time, and you can see it. The players are treating it as such. Here's Levniak, second free throw now. And he gets it to roll in. The friendly shooter's roll for Steve Levniak as Howard Washington now brings the ball up. Guarded by Nava. Brissett now, guarded by McCoy. Here's Patterson. Patterson tries to get by Lewis. Oh, a nice find inside there, but no finish. And Adong McCoy keeps the elbows up and gets the rebound, much to the delight of this Brantford crowd. Here's Nava, guarded by Washington. McCoy, and an interception by Brissett. He's off to the races, and a big throwdown by O'Shea Brissett. Here's Nava one more time, bringing it up, guarded by Washington. Levniak. Nice find inside to McCoy, and an even better finish. That's got to be the pass of the game so far. What a find by Steve Levniak over to McCoy. Here's Howard Washington for three. No good. Over the top, out of bounds. TRC Academy ball. And that's what you want. Sometimes, if you're TRC Academy, you almost kind of want some of these high-level AI prep players to try and show you out, because then you get turnovers like that. As Nava brings the ball back in now. He's bringing it up the floor, gets it over. Here's Francolini into the game. Matt Grace, Nava up for three, knocks it down. Over Tyler Plummer. Tyler Plummer now trying to get the response, and he's rejected by Adon McCoy, who's able to get it back in before stepping out of bounds. Here's Nava. Francolini. Lewis, no good. Grace with the rebound. Up and in, blocked by O'Shea Brissett, out of bounds, but it's still going to be TRC ball with 25 seconds remaining, much to the delight of this TRC crowd. AI Prep showing some fantastic defense, though, on the inside there in that second set there. And the inside, once again, Dakota Ludus gets it. Gives it right away, but it looks like there's going to be a foul, despite the fact that Jordan Lyons has it. Going to the line now is Dakota Lewis. Lewis, he was a mid-season transfer, hence the mistake I made earlier. I don't know the roster. Sorry about that, folks. But with that being said, multiple offers from a number of both junior college and D1 and D2 schools. Knocks down the free throw, and here's Howard Washington now bringing it up. 12 seconds remaining in the quarter. Washington over to Brissett. Brissett up, layup, no good. Tips it back in. Just straight athleticism right there, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second remaining, and that's going to do it for this first quarter. TRC Academy holding the lead by 3, 19-16 over AI Prep. And what more can we say about the beginning of this game? It has been everything we expected. It was a physical first quarter, to say the least. A lot of great defensive plays, some great offensive sets. Well, that's all we could hope for at this point. And with that, we're actually going to take a brief break before we get back with second quarter action. Once again, we're here in Brantford, Ontario in TRC Academy. It is TRC Academy 19, AI Prep 16. like to welcome everybody back to the second quarter of OSBA semifinals here on OSBA TV. My name is Ryan Greco, taking care of both your color and play-by-play. I will do my best to do both. I'm not making any promises, though. So, O'Shea Brissett now gets it inside, and that's going to be tipped away by some fantastic defense there. I believe that was Adam Francolini that was able to tip it off. If it wasn't, it was Matt Grace. It was one or the other. But it was some fantastic defense nonetheless. Addison Patterson is now going to have the inbound for AI Prep, looking for an option. Gets it out to O'Shea Brissett. Brissett tries to work it inside. Dakota Lewis knocks it loose. Adon McCoy on the ground gets it over to Ivan Nava. And Nava gets it over to McCoy. And they're working a give and go. Got to get it out of there. And Francolini tried to catch it, but some excellent on-the-ball defense by AI Prep causes the turnover. And they've got an opportunity now to either tie up the game or get themselves within one. Javon Blair kills his dribble. Over to O'Shea Brissett. Brissett guarded by McCoy. Patterson guarded by Lewis. Blair kicks it out. Nice pump fake. No good on the shot though. Rebound, Tyler Plummer. Uses his dribble to get himself out. Patterson now, once again guarded by Lewis. Looking for an option. Patterson. Lewis, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Finish. What a finish at the rim by Tyler Plummer. Ivan Nava bringing it up here for TRC Academy. You have to imagine at this point, Nava on the floor working towards the height advantage that AI Prep was using. Nava a little bit higher up than Antoine Vernon. And there's a big finish by Adon McCoy. What a finish by Adon McCoy. The NBA America's Top 40 camp out of Canada, class of 2018. He was part of Team Alberta just last year, second team All-Star. What a finish. McCoy going up for the first shot. No good. Great box out, though, there by Tyler Plummer to deny the rebound. Here's Javon Blair. Over to Brissett. Tries to work. Bad pass, though. Flings it off of Plummer's hands, and here we go. TRC on the fast break. Matt Grace inside to McCoy. Tried to find it past Brissett, but Brissett with the active hands able to knock it out of bounds, but it is still going to be TRC ball. 8:09 to go here in the second quarter, 21-18 for TRC Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a battle in this first half. Here's the inbound. Ivan Nava, who's going to get the inbound on this. Team Ontario point guard for the past 3 years, as a matter of fact. Very accomplished point guard in his own right. Now playing for TRC Academy, trying to find the inbound pass. Kicks it over to Adam Francolini, who lets it fly. That would have been a tough shot, but here's Dion Edgem. Can't get it to roll in. And here's the fast break. Brissett by 3 guys. And it's going to be AI Prep ball, but there's going to be no foul. As you can see, O'Shea Brissett initiating the contact on the defenders, who at that point had some still hands. Here we go, inbound pass. Howard Washington, top of the key. Over to Javon Blair. Back to Washington, over to Brissett. Brissett, worked on by Edgem. Some great ball movement here by AI Prep. Washington, jump shot, gets it. And that was just machine-like by Howard Washington. He knew exactly what he wanted to do as soon as he got the ball. Very impressive finish by the point guard Syracuse commit. Here's Ivan Nava, though, is going to let it fly. No good. And you don't want to get into that kind of game with AI Prep. You don't want to get into the anything you can do, I can do better situation. Tries to find it out. There it is. Turnover. But another turnover there by Hendricks. Here's Brissett. Hendricks now gets it. Kicks it out. Lays out on the floor to Washington. Kicks it out. Wide open look. Jordan Lyons. No good. And here's Halil Nosemi, who's back into the game, coming down with the rebound. Ivan Nava now. Nava gets it over to Edgem. What a find by Nava to Dion Edgem. And much to the delight of the TRC Academy crowd right now. Lions, here's Blair. Looking around to Brissett. Brissett. Turnover, Edgem with the steal. Great steal right back though by Washington. Gets it over to Blair. Easy layup. And we got ourselves a 1-point game, ladies and gentlemen. 6:24 to go in the second quarter. Ivan Nava bringing it up. Nava guarded by Blair. Not working off the screen. Going to do it himself. Up and in and rejected by Brissett. But there it is. Adong McCoy with the fast hands. Grabbing it, putting it in, doing what he needs to do. Here's Jordan Lyons into. What a throwdown there. That is Ben Hendricks. Ben Hendricks, what a finish. Do not forget his name. Lord knows I shouldn't. Here's Nava. Francolini knocks it down with the response. Adam Francolini. Howard Washington tries to work the inside. Finds Lyons out to Brissett. Brissett in the lane, rejected. Francolini gets it back on the fast break now. He's going to try and do it himself, loses handle on the basketball, and that's going to be out of bounds. It is AI Prep ball. 28-24 for TRC Academy. 5:20 to go here in the second quarter. Substitutions, Addison Patterson coming back on. Brandon John back on the floor. Steve Levniak, Antoine Vernon. They are all back on the floor. Here's Lyons, Patterson, Washington. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Blair knocks it down. Edgem. Vernon. Vernon directing traffic now with the ball. Works off the screen. Gets inside to John. John, mid-range jumper, no good. But Edgem there for the rebound. Puts it back in. 3-point lead now for TRC Academy. 4:38 to go. Patterson bringing up the ball. Over to Blair. Blair running the point now. Guarded by Levniak. Tries to go up himself. No good. There's going to be a foul and just misses. The foul will be on Elil Nosemi. Juggy Blair going to the line for two, excuse me. Here we go. Javon Blair knocking down the first. Makes the second. 30-29 for TRC Academy. 4:21 to go. Vernon works off the screen. Finds outside Levniak for three. Catch and release, no good. And the big rebound is by the big man who's just checked into the game, number 14, Giovanni Scott. Excuse me, number 15, Giovanni Scott. The product out of Janin Finch. One of the better players to come out of North York in quite a few years. Now playing for AI Prep. Here's Howard Washington. Over to Scott. Over to Blair, finds the inside to Washington. Nice find and finish on the inside. Excellent composure with Brandon John draped all over him when he was finishing on that basket. Here's Antoine Vernon bringing it up. Can TRC respond? AI Prep now has the lead. Levniak. Brandon John lets it fly from three. No good. But the rebound, Nosemi? No. Washington gets it out of his hands. Bringing it up. Nice crossover, finds the inside. Here's Hendricks, up and in, but he's gonna get called with a travel. Antoine Vernon now bringing the ball up. Over to Dion Edgem. Back to Vernon. Vernon. Off the screen, no. Over to Edgem for three. No good. I don't necessarily think that Edgem was ready to take that shot, but Vernon kind of laid it off to him. That's basketball, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be ready for almost anything. Here's the inbound. Juggy Blair. Here it is on the inside. On the inbound pass. Howard Washington. You've got Ben Hendricks and Brandon John working up in the middle there. And it looks like there's going to be an out-of-bounds call, and it's going to be TRC Academy ball. 3:10 to go here in the half. 31-30 for AI Prep. And this is about what we expected, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be one of those knockdown, drag-em-out brawls between two extremely talented teams that were literally right next to each other for the majority of this season. TRC Academy at 18-2, AI Prep at 17-3. As the shot's no good there, goes out of bounds. And when you have two teams at this kind of level playing against each other, it's really no surprise that the score, for one, the score is as low as it is, and for two, that it's as physically intense as it has been. These are two very similar teams. They have a lot of similarities in their strength and their shooting and their physicality of offensive rebounds. It's going to make for a fantastic game, especially in the second half. Washington tries to put it off the glass, no good. Matt Grace comes down with the rebound. Vernon over to Grace. Grace for three. Knocks it down. That is Matt Grace. He very well might be the X factor of this game. Here's Hendricks though. Will he have a response? Lets it go. And it's knocked loose. And I say Matt Grace is a possibility of an X factor, despite the fact that he didn't even start for TRC Academy to start this game. Matt Grace is one of the few guys on the floor right now that can do both heavy rebounding duties in the paint. Brandon John, what a finish underneath there. Here's Washington. Brissett, Washington. Brissett, one more time, spin move, up, in, no good. But that's what you want. You want the AI Prep players to play that one-on-one style. You want them to try and do a little bit too much if you're TRC Academy. If you're AI Prep, you want to stay within your game. They play their best when they move the ball around and create offensive rotations. Addison Patterson is going to be called with the holding there. Now that we have a chance to stop for a second, the reason I brought up Matt Grace as a possible X factor in this game is because he's one of the few guys on the floor that can both knock down threes at a moment's notice, but at the same time, he's big, strong, and tall enough to knock down bring down some big rebounds for TRC Academy against the team as athletically gifted as AI Prep. And here's Matt Grace one more time. No good on that one. Here's the fast break. Plummer to Lyons, up, in, no good. Once again, TRC Academy's defense holds strong. Antoine Vernon, nice tries with the spin move, but just ran out of space. Loose ball. And it's going to be, who is it going to be? It's going to be AI Prep ball. AI Prep are the ones that brought it down. Here's the inbound. Javon Blair bringing it up. Guarded by Steve Levniak. Howard Washington guarded by Brandon John. Here's a mismatch. Lyons up, foul, and one. What body control there by Jordan Lyons. Make the adjustment in midair over the taller defender and still able to kiss it off the glass. That was poetry in motion right there, ladies and gentlemen. One minute remaining in this first half. TRC Academy still holding on to a 35-33 lead here as Mr. Jordan Lyons knocks down his and one, completes the three-point play. We got a 1-point game going into the final minute of this half. Antoine Vernon Matt Grace. Looking for the inbound pass. Tries to force the pass. A bad decision there by Grace. AI Prep, they're going to take advantage of that as a result. Here's Howard Washington bringing the ball up. Lions. Blair steps back. What a shot by Javon Blair, and he lets the defense know about it. Antoine Vernon, nice behind the back finish there. Up and in, no good, but there's a little Nosemi to finish it off. And these teams are just going back and forth in the final minute here. 17 seconds remaining. Javon Blair, he's gonna hold on for the final shot. Shot clock is off. He's gonna do it himself. He's gonna do it himself. I'm calling it. Nope, there he is. Pass it off to Lyons. No good. And there's Levniak. No good, just rims out. And what a exciting finish. And it's only fitting that both of these teams are tied at 37 going into the third quarter. What a finish and what a first half of basketball everybody here in Brantford has been treated to here at TRC Academy. And with that, we're actually going to take a brief break. You got 10 minutes. Make sure you go grab some popcorn. I'm personally suggesting popcorn for this one. And maybe an adult beverage if you're of age, because this is going to be a good one, finishing it up. My name's Ryan Greco, taking care of your commentary. We'll talk to you guys in 10 minutes. Cheers.
So, James Carnick, 24 points, 15 rebounds. Tell us how you guys do it out in BC.
In BC, we go hard, rebound.
You got to speak up, speak up. Let the cameras know, let the viewers know.
We just got to go hard. I wore my knee pads today.
Wear knee pads?
I got every board.
Okay.
That's how we do it out here.
All right, so what are your plans for the playoffs?
Playoffs, we just got to keep going hard, keep doing us. Make sure we stick with our offense.
How many points, how many assists? Anybody? Keyshawn, great game today. So tell me how it was.
We got to sack it to them. They thought they were going to be the #1 seed, but we had to tell them that was otherwise.
Here you go.
One more. I got one more for him. So, Mr. Carnick,
Yes, sir.
How does it feel to be the best big man in the country?
It feels great. I'm just waiting for my bio-steel invite. Where's that at?
All right, well, Orangeville Prep took this one over AI 94-90. The big man here, you heard it from Junior earlier, 24 points, 15 rebounds. Let's talk a little bit about it. You got points from down low, most of them, a few huge slams. You also threw one in from beyond the arc. What was going through your mind at the beginning of this game?
Well, my mom came from British Columbia, so I made sure that I had to put a show on for her. But in the end of the day, we just got to make sure that we get a dub, big dub. We got our rivals, make sure that we show out.
All right, I want you to talk about one specific play to me. On the end in front of your bench, you went up for the massive dunk. Next possession, on the other end, took the charge.
Yeah, I had the momentum. I saw him coming my way, so I knew I had to step in and get in position and take it. So.
All right, you heard it here first. Let's ask Ignis Brasikas one question. Get over here.
Sure.
Iggy, that offensive rebound at the end of the game sealed the deal for you guys to put you at the line, put you up by 4. That makes it a 2-possession game. Tell me what's going through your mind as that one's rolling around the rim and you go up and grab it.
I just know I had to make the play because like we're down. We were up 1 or 2.
You were up by 2.
So then I knew we had to make the play because I didn't want to leave it up to them to win. So I just wanted to make sure we got the dub.
Fair enough. My last question for these guys who are bombarding me right now.
You gotta ask the manager first before you speak to my players.
Junior, is it okay if I ask Keyshawn a question? I got permission. Okay. Keyshawn, tell me the feeling going through your mind right now. You're the #1 seed, just beat the rival team that you live with, sleep with, eat with, go to school with.
You know, every time we step out on the court, especially against these guys, I think we got a point to prove. We have a lot of underrated guys, so every time we step out, I think we have something to show everybody else. Like, there was a Twitter voting, and we had like a 10% voting that we were going to win tonight, so I think that just hit everybody cold in their chest.
And this is just another season game.
Yeah,
like
we
nothing
have way
else.
more to prove. We have way more to prove. We're about to win the finals, so this is just another basketball game for us.
All right, again, at the end of this one, it's Orangeville Prep over AI 94-90. Make sure you tune in. Playoffs start next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so we're here with Steve Levniak of the TRC Wolfpack. We knew it was going to be a match of clashing styles between who's going to make their three-point shots and who's going to be able to control the rebounds. Talk to us a little bit about how you guys were able to secure the win today, specifically in the second half. Whenever they made a push, you guys seemed to be able to find a way to have a response. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, in the second half, we tried to come out strong. We really focused on rebounding because once we got the ball, we could push and attack. And that's really, I think, what separated us.
Now, you started off a little cold at the beginning, especially from the shots behind the arc, but then you were able to kind of find your rhythm. Was there anything specific any of your teammates was talking to you about, anything you told yourself elaborate a little bit on how you're able to put it together in the end.
My teammate just told me to keep shooting, and they kept feeding me, so that's it.
So with you guys up now 12-2 on the season, you guys have really established yourself as the top half of the league, along with the Bill Crothers and the AI Preps and the Orangeville Preps. What does that mean to you guys moving forward, especially now that we're getting into playoff time?
Our goal is to finish at the top as best as we can, so we can have home court advantage come playoffs.
Well, thank you very much for your time. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Just let me know when we're good to go. That's right. This is my energy drink right here. That's my energy drink. And I'd like to welcome everybody back here. It's OSBA playoffs time, semifinals. It is number 2 versus number 3. TRC Academy at 18-2 on the regular season, taking on AI Prep at 17-3. And it is pretty much what we would expect so far between two of the top teams in the league. It is tied at 37 going into the second half. And we still have about 15 seconds before we get to the inbounds. All the players are aimlessly wandering about the court, getting themselves focused, getting themselves ready. Referees are back out on the floor, so let's get going with this second half of basketball here. And really, more than anything to take away from this game so far from what we've seen, I'll say it right now. If TRC Academy can start knocking down their threes, especially from a lot of their role players, they're going to be winning this game. If AI Prep can continue with that tough half-court defense and that electric full-court offense that we've seen time and time again throughout the season, then they're going to be the ones that are going to come away with the win here. So the crowd is getting hype. It is playoff time. Let's go. Ilil Nasemi goes up to the rim, and he's going to get blocked. But he's going to grab the foul. And that is going to be, I believe, on Jordan Lyons. Or actually, sorry, excuse me. It's going to be on Ben Hendricks, number 13. Nasemi. Of course, as we said before, and we said almost every broadcast during OSBA TV, is he is a Cincinnati Bearcats commit. A number of these programs looking for some opportunities to get some bigger guys out here as he misses both free throws. Levniak, though, comes in and finishes. That is Steve Levniak. And that's what we're talking about, that confidence, that ability to finish at the rim that Steve Levniak has certainly progressed at being able to do now throughout this season. And he's shown flashes of it right now. Just that confidence of being aware on the floor. As O'Shea Brissett now has the ball, guarded by Nosemi. Kicks it over. Washington kills his dribble over to Hendricks. Washington, shot goes up, and it's going to count if it goes in, but it's no good. Out of bounds. TRC Academy ball. 9:21 to go here in the third. Antoine Vernon to Steve Levniak. Levniak, guarded by Blair. John. Vernon. Lets it go. No good. Tipped off rebound. Ilil Nasemi's fighting for it over with Javon Blair, and it's going to be a jump ball, AI Prep ball. It's going to be Jordan Lyons that's going to be on the inbound. Gets it over to Howard Washington. Washington. Lyons, guarded by Edgem. Blair. Works off the screen. Fades out. Up and in and finds it. Gets past 3 white shirts to finish at the rim. That is Juggy Blair. Antoine Vernon now. Brandon John for 3. Knocks it down. Brandon John knocking down one of his very few three-pointers of this season. Howard Washington inside the Lions. Lions tries to go up and get it, but Ilil Nasemi is the one that's going to bring it down. Vernon bringing the ball up. Takes on his defender. Almost loses it, kicks it back out to John. Vernon gets it back. Guarded by Washington. Vernon hesitates, jump shot, knocks it down. 44-39 for TRC Academy. O'Shea Brissett now playing point guard. Sends it over to Washington, who sets up the offense. Javon Blair tries to find the inside. It's going to be out of bounds. Steve Levniak initiating the contact, able to knock Javon Blair off of the ball just a little bit. causes the turnover, and it's going to be TRC Academy bringing it back up now with an opportunity to extend this lead with 7:30 to go here in the third quarter. Here's Vernon. Spin move into John. Tries to finish down low. And Brendan John, how many times have we seen it? One of the better guys at his mid-range game throughout the season. Hendricks up. No good. Rebound, Levniak. Vernon bringing it up again. Here comes TRC Academy. Backspin, able to shake loose Washington, but can't finish. And there's the putback by Alil Nasemi. Timeout, AI Prep. And TRC Academy is feeling themselves a little bit right now at this point with 7:01 to go here in the third quarter. With that being said, we're going to take a short break before we kick off the rest of this third quarter. Basketball, it's an all-year sport. Okay? All right. We are back here, OSBA playoff semifinal action. AI Prep taking on TRC Academy. O'Shea Brissett with the ball over to Javon Blair, guarded by Steve Levniak of TRC Academy. Blair, Addison Patterson, who's now back into the game, guarded by Dion Edgem. Gets it over to Blair. Blair, 4 seconds on the shot clock, lets it fly. Knocks it down. What a shot by Javon Blair. But are we really that surprised? Anyone who's been watching OSBA TVs enough times have seen him able to knock down those shots time and again. That clutch factor is very much alive with Javon Blair. Here's Steve Levniak, though. Antoine Vernon, will they have a response? Up and in, fires it high and rolls it in. And yes, indeed they do. 50-42 for TRC Academy. 6:13 to go here in the third. Blair gets the ball over to Brissett. Lions, Patterson, guarded by Edgem. Washington, back over to Brissett for three. Knocks it down. AI Prep has a response. Cut the lead down to 5. Antoine Vernon bringing it up. Vernon, guarded by Patterson, looking for an option. Calls for the screen on the right side, doesn't get it. Still dribbling, still looking, gets it inside. Here's Nasemi, 6 seconds on the shot clock. No good, but the rebound, Edgem, still trying to fight for it. Shot clock is done, and that's AI Prep defense at its finest. But there is gonna be a foul. 2 shots with time expiring. TRC Academy, Dion Edgem. Of course, the younger brother of Melvin Edgem of the Edgem clan. A very, very talented family of basketball players, with younger brother Dion deciding that TRC Academy will be his home as a high school player. Knocks down his first shot. What can't be said about the family? Class 2016 Tournament All-Star at the Cruel Classic down in Florida. Of course, multiple D1 offers, also ranked top 5 in the class of 2018 here in the OSBA. Back on the floor is Giovanni Scott as Juggy Blair tries to get that shot off, no good. Here's Antoine Vernon. Vernon tries to find the no-look pass to Edgem, but instead he put it right into the hands of an AI prep player, but it's still going to be AI prep ball for some reason. And I'll be honest, I don't agree with that call by the referees. It clearly looked like it went off an AI prep hand. It almost looks like they're punishing him for the poor decision with the ball. But c'est la vie, here we go. Howard Washington over to Brissett. Brissett guarded by Nasemi. Patterson finds inside. Great find on the inside. The foul and one. Howard Washington on Brandon John. What a finish and what a find by the class of 2020 player Addison Patterson to find it on the inside to the senior Howard Washington. And we're going to have a timeout here. And for the sake of my voice and for the excitement level of everyone else, we're going to take a quick timeout here. OSBA playoff semifinals. TRC Academy 51, AI Prep 47, 4:48 to go here in the third quarter. Trying to stay excited, trying to stay energetic, because it's like it's the only way I know how to call a game. And you know what though? God bless both of these teams because they've given me a reason to stay excited. How's the Ace stuff too? You guys are in the last for days. No, I'm just pissed because like of course the minute I take that job, this shit. You know, we go to the playoffs year after year after year, then as soon as I show up there, they're bottom of the league almost every year. And I gotta sit there and I gotta justify every single time why these guys are not as good or why they are good. It's like, honestly, it's like nobody takes it as developmental anymore. They just take, although you get some of the guys that are nice and they're good about it, but then other times it's just like, it's a conversation for another time. To be honest, I could go on for days. I love it though. Here we are back, OSBA semifinal action. Howard Washington Jr. at the line. Knocks down the N1 free throw. 3-point game here. TRC Academy, 4:45 to go here in the third quarter. Levniak bringing it up. Half-court press is on. Levniak breaks it up to the rim. No good, but a throwdown slam by Alil Nasemi. Fast break AI prep. Brissett back to Blair. Blair tries to find it inside to Scott. Scott tries to throw it down, but he will get the foul. And that is AI prep to a T. As soon as you think you have something on him, these guys, they're able to bounce right back and find that fast break finish. Yeah. Mute it for a second. What? All right, and we're back here, OSBA. Antoine Vernon in the corner, double teamed. Levniak, great ball movement here by TRC Academy despite the pressure by AI Prep. Levniak, pump fakes in, tries to work off the thing. Here's Alil Nasemi, he gets the foul, and he's excited right now, ladies and gentlemen, because he knows he's going to the line for two. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say the thing. I meant the ball, of course. My producer is laughing at me at this point. But no bones about it, ladies and gentlemen. This is an entertaining game, and it's hard to keep up with it sometimes with the pace. I think that's all we could have asked for at this point. Alil Nasemi, no good. He's 0 for 3 from the line at this point. Got to find that rotation. Got to find that rotation on the ball. There it is. Finds it. And now AI Prep bringing the ball back up. This is Howard Washington guarded by Antoine Vernon. Brissett guarded by Adong McCoy, who's now back into the game. Brissett tries to find it. He's going to get fouled. I'll say this, though, as a color commentator, as an analyst, that is a fantastic decision by O'Shea Brissett to attack the line, get himself to the line, kill the momentum of TRC Academy, give himself a few free shots, and most importantly, give his teammates a bit of a rest when they've needed it, as Dakota Lewis has now came back into the game for Dion Edgem. These are necessary things that AI Prep is going to need to do right now as they are on the road. They do have their support en masse here for this game, but TRC Academy, this is their house, and they've been defending it to the fullest up until this point. As O'Shea Brissett, one more can be said about arguably the best player in the OSBA right now, knocking down his second free throw. And there's a steal. Lions, he's going to say it's a double dribble. Referee says that he caught the ball, dribbled it with two hands on the floor before entering his normal dribbling pattern. And now it's going to be TRC ball. Antoine Vernon. Here's Levniak to Vernon. Vernon breaks, splits the D. No good. Lewis tries to get it. Washington with it. Giovanni Scott. Giovanni Scott. Straight out of Jaden Finch. You can tell where he gets the attitude from. My goodness, what a finish. Dakota Lewis now. Vernon with the ball, guarded by Blair. And no good. A bad offensive set. And there's going to be a jump ball, as O'Shea Brissett was the one that came down with it. And there's going to be an inbound on the baseline. Matt Grace coming back into the game for Alil Nasemi. Ivan Nava, he's back as well into the game for Antoine Vernon. My goodness, what a game we have here, ladies and gentlemen. Navi tries the cheeky move off of Brissett's backside. Can't finish it. Here's Brissett. But Navi knocks it loose, gets it over to Matt Grace. Here's Dakota Lewis to Nava. Over to McCoy. Gets fouled. He's going to go to the line for two. .234 to go in this third quarter, and there has been no shortage. Usually you talk about the fatigue at this point for certain teams, but we're not seeing any of it from either one of these ones. And that's actually no real surprise. When you've got two teams going at each other who have 5 losses out of 40 games between them, it's not a big surprise that neither one of these teams are tiring out just yet. We have ourselves a war, ladies and gentlemen, and we all have front row seats to this. Here's Howard Washington, guarded by Nava. Works off the screen from Scott. Scott on the inside, kicks it out. There's the shot, no good by Lions. Air ball, Nava with the rebound. And now here's Ivan Nava. Don't forget this kid's name. Let's see if he's gonna try something here. Kicks it over to Grace. Grace to Levniak. Levniak, he's gonna do it himself. Up and in, no good. But there is Adong McCoy, straight out of the Congo, finishing it. Great finish there by the young African. What a finish. Here's Javon Blair, guarded by Levniak. Blair tries to go up, he's gonna get the foul. Excellent decision there by Blair. Working on the slower defender. No disrespect to Levniak, but at this point, Juggy Blair, he's worked against some of the best defenders. Absolute clinic there he just put on, getting himself to the line. Well, let's be honest, it wasn't exactly a clinic, but he got himself to the line and he's doing what's necessary to help his team to win. And that's all we got to say about that. Knocks down the first free throw. Here's Blair. Second free throw. Ball's live. Knocks it down. And that's one thing that you cannot accumulate when it comes to this AI prep team is that it's that clutch factor. When you've got guys like Javon Blair, O'Shea Brissett, Howard Washington, Jordan Lyons, these are guys that they live for the big moments. They've been a part of the big moments. Here's Matt Grace trying to find an inside. Adon McCoy up and in. But TRC Academy has something to say about that clutch factor, because these boys have been, for the most part of this game, defending home court. Can they close it out though? 1:21 to go here in the third. Howard Washington kicks it out. Brissett for three in the corner, rims out. Rebound though to AI Prep. Washington, no good. Rebound one more time over the back by O'Shea Brissett on Adon McCoy. It's going to be TRC Academy ball. Adon McCoy. One of the better players on this TRC Academy. Very young man that immigrated out of Africa to come to Canada. Thought he'd have a better opportunity here in his basketball career. And my goodness, is he making a name for himself right now. Repping the headband, so you know exactly where he is on the floor right now. Here's Washington bringing it up. Now back into the game for AI Prep, number 24, Mason Foreman. Here's Plummer, Washington. And that's tipped out of bounds by Adam Francolini, but it seems like the referee thought that Jordan Lyons, that Jordan Lyons was the one that had tipped it out. Nava, Levniak bringing the ball up inside to Francolini. Great ball movement here by TRC. Nava breaks past his defender inside to McCoy. McCoy rolls it in with the contact, and Adon McCoy, he's having a moment right now. Feed the big man. Feed the Congolese big man right now. Here's Washington, great crossover, up and in, gets the foul, he's going to the line. And once again, that goes down to the clutch factor. AI Prep, not intimidated, not phased, not worried about momentum, playing their game, getting to the line, slowing it down, forcing TRC to take a breath. Washington makes good on the first. And that's what this team is. This team is polished. The best way to describe an Athlete Institute team is polished. Both Orangeville Prep and AI Prep. Let's not make any bones about it. These are two teams that are used to the national spotlight. They are the Findlay Preps at this point of Canadian basketball. TRC Academy trying to knock them off right now, trying to knock them down a few pegs. Can they do it? We're going to find out tonight. Here's Steve Levniak. Avon Nava knocks it down. And can you tell these boys are pumped? They're ready for this right now. Here's Howard Washington. Will the Kings keep their throne? There's a shot and a half to end out the third quarter. And don't tell me that neither one of these teams are ready to play right now. 65-61, TRC Academy holding the lead. And this is exactly what we thought in this third quarter, what would it be? Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, 37 points between both of these teams to start off this half. Both teams, TRC Academy dropping 28 in the third quarter. AI Prep dropping 24. So it's easy to say that this game has opened up until this point. But that's what you have to expect from two teams that are so offensively gifted. And we can't wait to see what's going to happen next. And with that, we're going to take a brief break before we start off the fourth quarter here at OSBA TV. My name is Ryan Greco, of course, taking care of your commentary. It is TRC Academy 65, AI Prep 61 here in Brantford, Ontario at the Rise Center. Be right back. explosive of a high I can get from that kind of situation. You're not a pro athlete anymore? Sorry? You're not a pro athlete anymore? No, I used to play pro baseball. Oh, really? Yeah, I was playing farm system and all that shit. Anyway, let's go. All right, here we go. We're back here. OSBA semifinals, the final quarter. TRC Academy leading 65-61 here on OSBA TV. And we've got ourselves a rebound. But there's a steal. O'Shea Brissett up and in, no good. Tries to get it back. He's going to get fouled, and he's going to go to the line for two. As I may be so bold to say, to finish off this fourth quarter, or more accurately, to start this fourth quarter, this has got to be O'Shea Brissett's time. He's had the publicity. There's been a lot of people that have said a lot of great things about him. This is going to be one of those show and prove times for O'Shea Brissett. Player who was wanted by Syracuse from the very beginning of this season. There was no doubt about it. This is a guy who, you know, speaking about earlier, building on what I was saying earlier at the end of the third quarter, he left the Finley Prep itself to come to arguably the Finley Prep of Canada here at Athlete Institute. The only organization up until this point, Prep Academy, that's put together 2 top 10 NBA draft picks. O'Shea Brissett is expected at some point to be one of those kind of guys. So, will this be his moment? Will he have a moment to shine right now in his final senior year for AI Prep? This could be his last game as an AI Prep player. There's a huge block. Brissett now with the ball. This is going to be his moment alongside some of his other players, Javon Blair and Howard Washington. There's going to be a foul. Jordan Lyons is going to get 2 shots. 65-63. All 3 of these players, they've got heavy recruiting eyes on them during this game. Because these are the type of games that are going to match the intensity at the NCAA level. So when you see players like Howard Washington Jr., Javon Blair, Giovanni Scott, O'Shea Brissett, specifically for AI Prep, don't worry, we'll get to TRC in a minute. But if we're talking about that kind of level of intensity and this playoff mentality, how are these kids going to react? Are they going to be ready for what they're going to be facing at the next level? A lot of people say yes. And I'm not going to be sitting here and disagreeing, but it's always going to be a telling factor here. They've got all the talent, but do they have the skill and will? That's going to be the next level. Everybody has the talent at the next level, but will they have the skill and will? More specifically, the will. Will they have the will to move above this? When it comes to TRC Academy, you've got Elil Nosemi, you've got Adong McCoy, you've got Brandon John, you've got Antoine Vernon, who's now currently holding the ball. These are players that are expected to excel at the next level. What a shot! And of course, the one guy I didn't mention, Ivan Nava. A guy who's been almost a non-factor in the OSBA games of the weeks. Washington, no good. Nosemi brings it down. But we got 2 point guards on the floor for TRC Academy. Vernon tries to get cute with it, no good. But the great defense in Nosemi bails him out. Vernon, can he make up for it? No, we can't. That's an ugly shot there. But AI Prep not thinking above. Is that over and back? I don't think it is. It was an AI Prep player who had thrown it to the back court. It has to be TRC ball. There's no way. But that's it. That's why we love our referees, because they make the right decisions. Our referees make the right calls. Here we go. Nava Ivan. Here we go. Matt Grace with the rebound. Nava. Vernon, Nava. Looking around. Vernon from way out. But the rebound, Matt Grace to Levniak. Up and in, gets the foul. He's going to go to the line for TRC Academy. 68-65. He's got a chance to extend this lead at this point. There's going to be a technical foul on Howard Washington Jr. The TRC coaching staff is demanding that the basket count, and it does. It seemed like Howard Washington, and that is a situation of when working over the ref goes wrong, trying to get whatever fouls that they need, but as Levniak makes that next one, it's 70 now 65. In playoff time, you're dealing with veteran referees. You have to know when to pick your spots if you're going to say what you need to say. Arguing with that sort of stuff is not going to get you anywhere, especially given the situation that you're personally in. Unfortunately, AI Prep, they have that reputation throughout the league as being talkers. And sometimes that works. It does. To the most part, it does. But in a situation like this, you got to keep it to yourself sometimes. As Avon Nava, you want to talk about somebody rising to the occasion. Number 11, now Avon Nava. Do not forget this kid's name. He's been around. He knows what he's doing. Here's O'Shea Brissett. Foul. Can't get the and one, but gets himself to the line. 8-point lead for TRC Academy. And O'Shea Brissett doing whatever it is that he needs to do to get himself to the line, to get points on the board for his team. And that's what it is. He's got to take the leadership role at this point. If you're going to take all of the glory, you got to take all of the pain and guts that comes with it. But O'Shea Brissett is rising to the occasion right now. Knocks down both free throws, gets himself to the line, gets the bucket for AI Prep. AI Prep needs a stop now. They need a stop. Antoine Vernon. This is a run. This is a momentum run. Make no mistake about it for TRC right now. If AI Prep gets a stop here, we've got ourselves a very interesting game. Levniak lets it go. No good. But the offensive rebound is Elil Nosemi. And AI Prep is now down by 8 once more. No good. Defense by Antoine Vernon. Deflects that shot on Howard Washington. And AI Prep is doing something that we have not seen all season. They have not been properly protecting the defensive glass. Nava, no good. But there it is. O'Shea Brissett gets it. He's off to the races. He's going to take on his defender, goes up, tries to throw it down, tries to do too much. Here's Vernon. Levniak, layup, gets fouled, and he's going to the line one more time. And this is the thing that we worried about in the first half. AI Prep trying to show up their opponents one-on-one. These are not the things that you can afford to do in playoff basketball when you're down by 8 points in the second half, much less the fourth quarter. You need to be able to make sure you're keeping that composure, make the right decisions with the basketball. Everything right now screams of ego. It has to be above that. Steve Levniak knocks down the first, because then transitions and swings like this happen, where it's now a 4-point swing for TRC Academy. AI Prep is down in an unfamiliar position right now. Down by 10 with 6 minutes to go in this game. Can they come back? Patterson to Washington. In to Lyons. Does what he needs to do. Gets himself to the line. And these are the things that AI Prep needs to make sure they're doing. They've got to slow it down a little bit. Get themselves to the line. Slow down the momentum. Now let's be clear. The line is not a necessity, but it helps. Knocks it down. Jordan Lyons. And when you have players that are as seasoned as AI Prep, even their 2020 players, These are guys that crave the spotlight. Well, the spotlight's on them right now. Are they going to be able to respond? Will they rise above? Full court press is on. We're looking at a 2-2-1 press right now. Easily broken, though, by TRC Academy. Nava tries to throw it up. Nasemi brings it down, goes up. Big block by Brissett, but there's still going to be a foul. And this is something that we're not used to seeing. AI Prep not getting a say right now in their own paint. Something we really haven't seen for the majority of this season. This is a team that prides themselves on their athleticism and dominating the inside paint, controlling rebounds. And today we're not seeing it as Dion Edgem misses his first free throw. But that also comes right back to TRC Academy. You got to make your free throws. They're giving you free baskets. Finish. Edgem knocks down the second. Howard Washington bringing the ball up now. 5:47. The clock is ticking on AI Prep. The defending champs. Can they survive the semifinals? Steal by Edgem. Edgem misses the dunk. Navado right there for the layup. And ladies and gentlemen, that is why you follow your man on the fast break. That is it right there. That is why you do that. Kids at home, if you're watching this, that's why you do that. Here's Patterson. Guarded by Grace. Brissett, guarded by Nasemi. Brissett, nice finish at the rim there. Once again, doing what he needs to do to get his team within striking distance. But they're running out of time. It's 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Vernon with the ball. Up and in, inside to Nasemi, and a nice finish. And that's what happens when the defense does not rotate properly. You've got to watch the man that's been scoring baskets on you. You got to D him up. Here's Patterson, up and in by himself and throws it down with two hands. Addison Patterson. And AI Prep will not go quietly into the night so far. 9-point deficit. And it should be about 442. We're looking at 442. At the very least 441. We'll see if we get it. And we got it, 442, accurately. That's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break because I need it. This is OSBA TV, semifinal playoffs. My goodness, do not go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment. If you can't already tell, this isn't my ultimate goal. I want to be that guy out there. But as far as like, I say, well, the problem is though I can't be cussing up a storm with the teenagers, right? All right, here we go. And we are back, semi-final action, OSBA TV. 82-73, TRC Academy holds the lead with 4:42 to go. And ladies and gentlemen, the pressure is on the defending champs right now, the defending OSBA champs, as they've set themselves up in a 2-2-1 zone press, full court. See if they can get by it here. Ivan Nava gets it inside to Edgem, but there's going to be a foul. I'll be honest, I don't think that was a foul. I genuinely believe that Edgem kind of lost his footing there. Edgem knows I love him. It's all good. But let's be honest, it looks like he lost his footing there. Just a little bit of physical contact. Howard Washington, wrong place, wrong time. TRC Academy, though. Looks like there's a stop and play here. Here we go, inbound. Here's Nasemi into Edgem. Edgem on the inside. Can't finish. Brandon John finishes. And here we are, 84-73, TRC Academy. Talked to Coach Tyrell Vernon before this game, and he believed genuinely that this was a statement game for TRC Academy. Brissett for three. Knocks it down, and O'Shea Brissett continues to try and be the player that AI Prep needs right now. Edgem finds it over to Vernon. Vernon. Guarded by Blair. Nasemi into Edgem, and there's the big finish. Patterson gambling on the cover there, and he lost. Dion Edgem gets the basket. Brissett for three. Knocks down another one. Knocks it down. AI Prep still down by 7. Nava. Crossover. Vernon. Up to Dion. Into John, and he's going to get fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2. Brandon John going to the line here for TRC Academy. What's not to say about this young man? Team Ontario member. Was part of the 2014-2015 team that won the national titles in Edmonton. That team was also featuring RJ Barrett, just to name a few, and Jaden Bediako was also a part of the BioSteel game now that's going to be happening this week. He's got offers from Central Michigan, Cal State, Southern Utah, Binghamton, University of Denver, and I guarantee there's a few more on top of that I just don't know of right off the top of my head. But he's also created a 8-point lead here as we entered in this timeout. And we'll get this opportunity here actually to speak very briefly. When I had a conversation with Coach Tyrell Vernon just before this game, he felt like this was a statement game for not just his team, but the academy in general. As we know, the Rise Academy has a number of teams in it, both the women's team, the men's team, and also the junior varsity team, the Rise Center. The team is the moniker in which they go under. And he really feels that, this was an academy. They're only in their second year. And they feel that with the talent that they have, that they deserve a little bit more of the recognition that they don't genuinely feel like they have at this point. And I'll be honest, looking at this score right now, 3:15 to go, 8-point lead here on the home floor, 18-2 season record in the OSBA, in what is actually their first season here in the OSBA, specifically TRC Wolfpack. Of course, the Rise was a part of the league last year, but this is genuinely a statement game for them because they're up against the big bad Athlete Institute. Athlete Institute, they've done it. They've seen it. They've proven how much of a force they are to be reckoned with at this level of basketball. And TRC is trying to become one of those teams that is also a force to be reckoned with. And how do you do that? Well, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And right now, TRC Academy, they have that very chance right now. But will AI Prep still hold on to their throne? As there's a foul right there on Antoine Vernon as he was guarding Javon Blair. I wouldn't call this a changing of the guard, but I will certainly call this a game that really, at the beginning of it though, anyone who has been following this league for the past year really could have called it either way. Both of these teams, they match up in size, they match up in talent, they match up in, if we want to talk numbers, we can match up in recruitment. Both of these teams have incredibly high profile players that are either not going to go to high D1 schools this year, but they're going to go next year. So it's not like this is by no means a David versus Goliath moment. This is TRC Academy trying to prove their worth. And this is AI Prep trying to defend their crown. This is what it really is right now. So we'll see if it's going to happen. Here's Antoine Vernon to Matt Grace. No good on the shot. Rebound to Dion Edgem, who finally is able to put it back in under the rim. I'm sure he's feeling good about that one. Here's Howard Washington, 7-point game. Javon Blair. O'Shea Brissett, guarded by Nosemi. He's gonna let it fly. No good. Vernon with the rebound. That is a tough shot for Brissett. Not the kind of shot we expect from him. Here's Dion Edgem. Edgem breaks down his defender. Behind the back pass, trying to find a Lil Nosemi. The referee says, no, that went off your shoulder, Nosemi. It's gonna be AI prep ball. And AI now has a chance to cut into this lead with 2:19 to go. Washington bringing it up. The Syracuse commit going up against Antoine Vernon. Blair. Washington. No good, missed. Washington tries to knock it out. There's Vernon. What's it gonna be? Is it out of bounds or is it a foul? What is it? It's gonna be out of bounds, AI prep ball. Here's the inbound. Blair's gonna get it. He's guarded by Nava. Brissett, guarded by Nosemi. Scott, Brissett. Brissett up and no good, but he's still gonna go to the line for two. And that's all you could ask for. O'Shea Brissett doing whatever his team requires of him up until this point, getting himself to the line. And that's been his MO for this entire fourth quarter. Get to the line, make your free throws, keep the team in range. 1:41 to go. I wouldn't be surprised if AI Prep is setting up another full court 2-2-1 press. And there it is again. No good. Vernon. Vernon, turnaround, hitter. The clutch factor in this boy right now. Antoine Vernon. They don't want to go home. Here's O'Shea Brissett. One more time up to the basket. No good on that time, but gets the rebound. All by himself. Howard Washington, great decision. The press is still on. Nava gets it over to Vernon. Vernon, Grace thinks about it. Back to Vernon. Kill some clock. 53 seconds, 6-point lead. 2-possession game here. Vernon up and in. High off the glass. What a finish by Antoine Vernon. Timeout, AI Prep. And TRC Academy has a 3-possession lead with 46 seconds remaining. What else is there to say about this? TRC Academy, despite the fact that they're 18-2, despite the fact that they're a higher seed, this win will still be considered a surprise by a lot of people in the basketball community. We'll call a spade on that one. But I'm sure that TRC Academy is relishing every second of it so far. But it ain't over till it's over. A lot can happen in 46 seconds in the game of basketball. 8-point lead. But really above anything else, what we're just seeing right now between the lead that's been established really was more of a will, of a dominance of the offensive glass by TRC Academy. That is something that this team has committed to. It is a full compliment to the coaching staff for the rotations that they decided to put out on this game and say, no, we need to go big. We need to match big with these guys because we have the skill to match them as well. We're forcing guys that are more considered to be guards that have to play as forwards in this specific matchup. There's the turnover. Vernon, 35 seconds, and he's going to get fouled. And this is going to go to the line here. And Vernon has a very real chance to ice this game and end the defending champs season right now. Once again, we'll go back to it. Once again, a statement game, the coaching staff said. This is to remind everyone that, hey, we're here to stay. This is what we're about. And it's one heck of a matchup here. 9-point lead now. Vernon has a chance to make it 10. But we'll say it one more time. AI Prep. They're looking down the barrel of the gun right now. They need threes, and they need them right now. No good. Washington knocks down the three. But if there's one thing this team can do, it's can shoot the basketball. They're going to need to foul on this one. There's a steal, and what a play there by O'Shea Brissett to keep this game alive somehow. 17 seconds. You know AI Prep's going to be going for the three. If anyone's getting the ball right now, it's got to be O'Shea Brissett. If Juggy gets the ball, no, there's Brissett. Here it is. Three. No good. Tries to go for the foul. Grace with the rebound. He's going to get fouled. And ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much going to do it at this point. That is an 8-point lead. Sorry, excuse me, a 7-point lead for TRC Academy. They've got a chance to make it 9. 3-possession lead with 12 seconds remaining. And let me be so bold as to say that TRC Academy, they're going to the finals, ladies and gentlemen. They made that statement that they set out to make. And you can see the look on all of these players. You hate to see a loser in such a game like this. I'll be honest, like this, it's a shame to see any of these guys come out of here as losers, because they're not. Between the energy that both of these teams have put together, the effort, the drive, I mean, you know, you look at basketball at this level here in Canada, and all you can do is smile, though, to be perfectly honest. To know that this is the future that this country has when it comes to the game of basketball is nothing short of incredible. And we're only talking about one province, ladies and gentlemen. This is just Ontario. I mean, we still got British Columbia, we got Quebec, we got Alberta, we've got Manitoba. We've got so many of these great basketball provinces that have incredible players as a timeout is being made. And I mean, I'm not going to apologize for it. This is a manifesto in a sense of just the ability of these players and what they've been able to put together and what kind of entertaining game that we've just seen up until this point. These players on both teams deserve every little bit of recognition and support and love. And it's people like you that view into these games, you know, people who may not even have a horse in the race, if you will, that are still just here willing to check out these games and see the level of skill that these kids are displaying. You know, and it's not like we're playing in downtown Toronto. This is just small town Brantford. And, you know, Athlete Institute being based out of Orangeville, this is the level of basketball we're seeing along this province. And it's something that can only make you smile, make you be happy about the level in which this game is at now. It's something to be appreciated. As TRC Academy, my goodness, they came out and did what they needed to do. And they have brought it home. And they are going to the OSBA Finals. TRC Academy, the Wolf Pack, let them howl, ladies and gentlemen. Let them howl. They've earned this win. And above all else, look at the sportsmanship here. That is something to be appreciated above all else. AI Prep lining up right away to shake hands with TRC. And what a finish this was, ladies and gentlemen. The final, of course, 97-88 for TRC Academy. There is no specific MVP. Everyone played a part in this victory for TRC Academy. Alil Nosemi, Steve Levniak, Antoine Vernon, Ivan Nava, who had been most of a non-factor for most of these Game of the Week games, showed up to play at the best possible time. a big congratulations on a very successful season for AI Prep. I know they're not going to feel it right now, but they've got 3 to 4 of their players going to some of the top programs in college. They deserve to look back on this season and feel proud about what they were able to accomplish. Going 17-3, nothing will replicate a championship, but all praise goes to them, as well as TRC Academy. Of course, TRC Academy moving on. Their season isn't finished yet, though. So we got time to talk about them when the time comes. But with that being said, this has been the OSBA playoffs on OSBA TV. My name is Ryan Greco. I greatly appreciate all of you coming out and enjoying this broadcast, because I enjoyed this just as much as I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. We will all talk to you soon. Cheers. God bless. And wherever you are, either get home safe or enjoy the rest of your weekend. And be sure to check us all out. BioSteel All Canadian. It's coming up. Talk to you guys soon.